ground. Okay, so this helps for terraforming. I've actually never seen this breakthrough. So we can terraform a little easier. That will be nice. The other thing that will be nice is building our own moisture vaporators without importing them. Although you do need a lot of polymers to run them. But hey, it's okay. We have polymer construction now. The only thing we don't do right now is machine parts. Luckily, they're fairly cheap. So we should theoretically be able to import them just fine. You've got some passengers coming back from the mission. And this rocket here is just going to be loaded with passengers in general. Uh-oh. Launch failure in our experimental rocket. Rocket launcher's catastrophic failure. A seal in the booster ruptured, allowing a jet of pressurized gas into the fuel chamber, ultimately causing a massive explosion. Sadly, the prototype engine has a crucial flaw. Precautions have been taken so this won't happen again. Still, the rocket and its entire payload have been destroyed. Lose the rocket, and all those people are dead. The passengers will be commemorated as heroes. On the bright side, we didn't actually have anything valuable on the rocket. Just human beings. And the great thing about human beings is they're self-replicating, so they effectively have no value whatsoever. Numsource, thank you very much for the contribution of the Whiskey and Chocolate Fund. Yep, to viewer for a long time, first time catching a stream, just got back from a surf trip to the Dominican Republic. Ooh. Ooh. Visited some coffee and cocoa plantations, maybe crave some tropical. Oh, fuck yes. Any plans to play some more in the future? There is now. Now I'm like, you know what we should have done today? Tropico. Maybe on Saturday. So on Saturday, we've been playing Dwarf Fortress. But we ran into an issue with our current fortress keeps crashing. Very frustrating. There is the new villains update, but I think it's still being patched. A lot of third-party tools are still catching up. I don't know if I want to jump into the villains update until it's gotten a little bit more stable. What if we just Tropico on Saturday? It took a trip to heaven. That's right, it really was a rocket to heaven. Actually, that other one didn't get named. Wait a minute. The rocket that exploded wasn't the experimental rocket. The rocket that exploded was Stairway to Hebib. Or Rocket to Hebib, which was our starter rocket. Gabriel is the experimental one. I guess the game just knows you have an experimental rocket and waits to pop an event on you. Hebib. The experimental rocket assassinated your starting rocket. See, if we hadn't named them, we wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known that there's, it's just fuzzy about that. Inactive work shift. Yeah, it would be nice to get some more. So we got to send you there so we can get more people. And you'll have full load of exports as well, which is good. But yeah, because, yeah, we have a lot of demand for some jobs here. I will upgrade you to the factory AI. Alright, you're ready to launch. Full of stuff. Don't explode. Watch the game be like, oh, sorry, this is the experimental rocket. Oh, we'll destroy this one now, too. And then we won't have any more rockets. And that will be very sad. Cool, may not be deterred. Plot discovered. Yeah, man, have him. From a far zoom, the houses inside the dome look like a caravan. Oh yeah, they do look like little caravans, like from a certain distance. Absolutely. The British-style caravans. The ones I see all the time on Top Gear when they're bitching about caravans. Oh, the Explorer's not doing anything. It's gotten repaired, yes. Oh, there's literally nothing for it to do. Okay, well, we'll just bring it home. Bring you home, which we already did. RC transport is done transporting its RCs. That's what it does, right? That's what it says it does. There's some resources over there. Complete. So nice when you get the eye on that. Moisture vaporators are done. Excellent. Now we need some droids to be able to talk to it. Farm automation, fewer workers for our farms. That will be nice. I don't know if that's what we're going to do first. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to let these guys finish and see what kind of stuff gets exposed at that point. Exposed. Caravans that angle for like an RV or mobile home. Yeah, it's like mobile home or trailer, like a camping trailer, is what the Brits call a caravan.
Sector scanned.
Camper trailer, yeah. Not as large as the American ones, no. Although one of my favorite episodes of, I guess it was Grand Tour, right? When they did the American touring in RVs, turned out to be surprisingly good. I did not expect it to be so strong, and it turned out to be pretty good. I mean, it's not one of their, top specials of all time. A lot of people say Vietnam. If for their top, if not in one of their top 3. I mean, I'm gonna say Vietnam's probably top 5, but it's not the top for me. I'm trying to remember which ones would be the biggest ones for me. Like, I think there's like 2 in South America they did that I consider really huge. There's ones that are in like 4x4s. Oh man, is it Bolivia? It might be. I don't know. Bolivia, where they cross the Andes, is probably it. There's one they start. All their trucks are on a raft in a river on like the Amazon. Because the problem is they got a few.
Sector scan.
They may have done 3 in South America, and I don't remember. Like, one is called Patagonia Special. I think that's the one where they got chased out of Argentina, though. Bolivia, yeah, Bolivia trucks with the dangerous road. Yeah, Bolivia is really, really, really good. I think possibly my favorite one is the lorries. Cambodia? Is it Cambodia where they had the lorries? I think that might be my personal favorite. I know it doesn't show up on a lot of people's top lists. That's fair. But it's really special for me. Burma! Burma, that's what it is. And then they built a bridge at the end, right? Bridge over the river Dong? Or am I getting confused between 2 others? It's possible, too. And the North Pole one, yeah. It's one that people don't bring up. And every time I get reminded of it, it's like, oh shit, the North Pole one's really good. It's really different. The North Pole one is so different from the other specials, but it's really strong. Bridge over wrong river. Yep. Not over the bridge over the bridge over the river Kwai, because they were at the wrong river. It's the bridge over the river Dong or Kok. One of those, obviously, because you know.
Anomaly found.
All right, our rocket's back. We've got room for people. Yeah. So take 2 at sending a rocket full of people back to Mars. Hey, anomaly! Hooray! Those ones I think just gonna expose more tech for us, but honestly, I'm fine with that. River Kok. Okay, yeah. Yeah, well, I've got very strong opinions about Jeremy Clarkson as well. Especially some of the shit. Well, some of the shit he's always said. Some of the shit recently.
Resources are low.
Some of the Greta shit. The thing is, he's not actually an anti-environmentalist. I think he's just very strongly opposed to the idea that cars are like the biggest problem that needs to be mitigated. And I mean, it's one of those things where like, okay, you're not wrong. You have a point. I understand what you're saying. There's potentially other problems. It's quite obvious in the Seaman special, the latest one for the Grand Tour where they're doing boats. It actually has a pretty strong environmental message from things. Which is like, all right. I still think you're a big giant ass, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch the show. Are cars 1/3 of emissions? Is it? But the problem is, would replacing cars with electric vehicles, how much would that change the emissions? Because there's still some overhead there. I mean, obviously public transit and biking is the way to go. Man, I wish like biking was viable where I live. But everything's a million miles apart because all we have here in Northern Ontario is infinite space. So nothing's built close to each other. There's no bike lanes. You can't ride your bike for 6 months out of the year anyway because of the frickin' snow. It drives me crazy because I would love that. If I ever moved to Europe, I would definitely go carless. Only bikes and like just trains and shit. The other thing we can't do over here, like there's very little in the way of passenger train because like so much infrastructure to service like 2 people somewhere. Urgh. Wish it wasn't so. 1/3 is transportation, not including cars. So including cars, not only cars. Okay. Yeah, because I know like shipping planes is a big thing. Every time I fly somewhere, I feel kind of like I know airplanes are one of the worst things, but at the same time, like, man, the world. Like, what are we gonna do? Stop going and visiting each other? That can't be good either. Cruise ships are supposed to be really bad, right? I mean, as a per capita thing. The question is though, like, how many cruise ships are there? Really, does it make an impact globally? I just get bothered because we make such an effort here at home to try to do so many things. Recycling, composting, all this stuff. And if every person, if every household on Earth tried to do all that stuff to the max, it would make not much of a dent in things. Which is kind of sad. It's like, as an individual, these are some of the few things we can do, except they're not that, they don't do that much. I guess the thing we could do as an individual that would make more of a difference is go and, like, you know, protest,
Research
like,
complete.
big
Anomaly
industry
analyzed.
and things. 4,000 signs from the anomaly. That's amazing. Okay, that completes the drone swarm tech, which is a great tech to have, although it doesn't help us right now. Okay, we got lucky last time that Explorer AI was so early. This time it's not, but I'm still going to do it. I'm going to put it in front. It's 2,000 instead of 1,000, but that'll give us an extra 100 per soul, so it'll pay for itself in 20 souls. Oh my god, the Omega telescope here. This chaos mode is weird, man. It is weird. That's not a bad pick. Grab that. Biggest thing you can do is not having children. Well, I guess there's that. It's like, biggest thing you can do. Slip into the night, take one human life.
Discovered.
There you go. You've just dramatically reduced, you know, the overall carbon footprint of humanity. Oh. It's funny because it's true, and yet also, like, clearly not true. Clearly bad. We've got a metal mine over here. It's fairly low grade, but it's a little trickle of metal. Could be good for our machine parts factories when we get there, and it should be within range of this vista as well. So good possibility for a secondary dome. Especially since we can still build a tunnel out of here, which is nice. And speaking of, this tunnel is pretty full. One homeless and some unemployed. Well, the unemployment can be alleviated by simply starting a second shift here. Maybe not on the polymers. I'll start a second shift on our research lab. There you go. Still one homeless. Building clogged. Don't like dust. It's coarse and rough and irritating and gets anywhere. Okay there, Anakin. Whenever buildings stop working, fuel refining, fine dust from the storm is filed away. A key component of the power supply. Repair task is too complex for a drone. Send a colonist who might become hurt. Well, we have a homeless colonist. We have some to spare. Guys, we need to reduce our Martian carbon footprint. Fix it after the storm. Fuel refinery will be suspended or emergency. Honestly, the fuel refinery is not a critical building, so it can go offline during the storm. Perfect job for a homeless person. What is it with gamers and the fact that we turn every game into like a war crimes simulator? Like, we're gonna talk about RimWorld or, you know, CK2 or whatever. It doesn't matter. Surviving Mars. So yeah, you're grounded right now, which is fine. But we can plan one of those. Pretty sure that's just you. I don't know. I'm on Reddit enough to know that it's not just me. In fact, even other people do things that appall even me. Like, man, can't believe this would still shock me. We could build a spire at this point. Let's build our temple spire. Let's build the Church of the Great Sprout over here. It's fairly expensive, but we have the means to do it at this point. Oh, we are out of machine parts. What I'm gonna do... I'm gonna cancel the expedition. We will launch, so we can sell some of our rare exports. We'll import some machine parts. Although that is going to be a little while without them being available, which kind of sucks.
Sector scanned.
The Church of the Half-Head. The Churb! The Churb! I love it! Yeah, Gob.
Resources are low.
And Hebib. Resources are low. Stupid dust storms, man. Yeah, so we didn't have enough power stored to go through the dust storm. Although, we do have some power generation between the Stirling generator and the wind turbines. We've got some power. At least the dome stayed electrified. Dust storm is now over. Thump, thump, thump. And yeah, let's launch you. There you go, full money. Do it. You fix the fuel refinery. Excellent. Too bad we don't have 2 rockets. Oh, like Gob. It smites are gobsmacks. I love that. Gobsmacks. Oh, we have our first mental breakdown.
Just snapped.
If we view you, so visiting infirmary, specialist, you're not looking for a job. How come it doesn't list your workspace? Because I'm assuming you probably were working out here. Turn off the extra work in the extractor. I mean, we do have some extra slots right now, but... Oh, especially with this extractor being broken. Yeah, alright. Let's turn that off for now. Power's still negative right now? Oh, well, it is nighttime. We don't have machine parts, but we're going to bring some in soon. I will put in a job. I should call it a jod, just because we're adding bees to things, so we should take away bees from things. Covered in bees. Water's a shortage, probably just for something being broken, but we do have another prefab for a evaporator. Let's get you going. Oh, the overtime thing. Right. Yes.
Funding received.
All right, rare metals, good. Now, how much money do we have? Probably enough. Let's get a full machine parts factory. Another drone hub, because we can't build these yet. Bunch of machine parts and a little electronics. We do produce some electronics, but let's get a little in here. There you go. I'll pick up a drone anyway. More drones are more better. Get you, so 2 empty job slots, which is kind of alright. You've got you, well, we don't have the machine parts, but we will, and we may as well upgrade you. And yeah, we're going to want to add more shifts to some of these things. At some point, these living complexes are going to be replaced with apartments. We'll probably still have a dome that is, like, stacked for comfort, so that we can pop out babies quickly. Although, remember, we do have double birth rate here with the Church of the New Ark. So, in practice, we're going to have plenty of babies long term. 8 Martian-born so far. Not a ton. Average comfort is only 52 here. A lot of people want to go drinking and they can't. A lot of people want to go gambling and they can't either. Sucks to be them. Charge? What are we charging? Oh, Bold Viking, thanks for the raid. The extra water pump. Oh yeah, it's true, because we are running negative water. Oh, mostly because this thing is broken. This thing is also broken. So we don't need both water pumps, although we will need it soon. So I'm going to turn it off, or turn it on. Plus being turned on means it will start to get maintenance. Okay, but we're arriving a bunch of machine parts, which is important for that. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and start on the second dome.
Are departing. Sector scan.
So we don't need to overlap this, because we'll be able to build a mine here that will be covered by everything. That looks kind of okay to me. It's a little awkward, actually. Actually, I'm kind of okay with this. So that'll be a nice place to build certain things going forward, and then we should just be able to run the tunnel over here.
Resources are low.
Machine parts low again, just because they're being consumed pretty quickly, but we've got some stockpiled. All right, let's plan the anomaly run now. Although I was about to say, it's actually quite dangerous to do some of these missions if you don't have 525 bucks in the bank. Doesn't the tunnel connect resources? Does it connect water and power? Does it? Oh, I'm not talking about, sorry, I'm not talking about the, not the tunnel, which does connect resources. I'm talking about the, and it is expensive, which someone is saying. I'm talking about passage. It does share power and life support. Well, shit. I guess I didn't need this, but I built it now. I don't know if we can get some of the material back. I should probably do it anyway, because there'd be leaks and stuff. Let me pull back on that. There we go. That was looking dumb. So yeah, the material should be fine. Just a question of bringing it places. RC Transport's not doing anything, but that's why I want the automation, because it keeps being hard to keep finding metal. But we don't have a ton in the bank, so I definitely want to be running you. This metal? Excellent. Oh, you're trying to figure out where we are? In chat, we are 16 north, 112 west. 16 north, 112 west. You want the same.
Research complete.
All right, Explore AI is done, so we get a little bit more passive research, which is nice. Automated storage, don't need that right now. I think it's worth doing the terraforming subsidies. But yeah, replacing this with a farm would also be nice. Although, if we haven't increased the soil quality, I'm betting the ranch is probably better than a farm early on. It's hard to do the math. Like, if we look at the turkeys, yeah, so it's 12 food per day. I don't know what the farms do on some of the things. Looking forward to Return of my Dome. Yep, buff!
Anomaly analyzed.
Should get the scarf on for it.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye. A veritable...
Wait, didn't we... Oh! Right, automated storage versus mega storage, yeah. It's kind of nice to just pick this up and drop the water.